Hope y'all ain't bust them PPPs. Because everybody getting locked. People, oh, well, I should have did one. Nobody got locked up. I tried to tell everybody, no, just wait. They getting the people that did the millions first. Then they going to get the people that did the hundreds of thousands. Then they going to get y'all, the people that did the 10s and 20s. They starting to get the people that did the 10s and 20s. Police raid. Coming to a neighborhood near you. Hey, man, it's YT, a.k.a. Yate. Back at it again with another video. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new, too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, y'all, let's get into this one.
17 members of the Broward Sheriff's Office, which include both BSO deputies and detention deputies, released from the federal courthouse in Fort Lauderdale after being indicted on charges that include wire fraud after federal investigators said they fraudulently applied for and received funds from the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP loans. Attorney Brian Silber represents 3 of the defendants, some of whom have either been suspended or placed on leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
I can't comment on the nature of the case.
Sheriff Gregory Toney said he first learned of the crimes in November of 2021, prompting him to investigate all 5,500 of his employees, including himself and other top brass. Of the 17 indicted, 7 BSO deputies and 1 sergeant in law enforcement, and 8 detention deputies and 1 sergeant in corrections. We learned the defendants involved received tens of thousands of dollars, and while the investigation has proved that some of whom were investigated did have legitimate businesses, at the very least, the 17 now facing federal charges allegedly did not.
The PPP warrant list is real. They have a real page with my fucking name on it. For $37,000. Not only $37,000, but also because I used my child's father's name to open up a bank account to get $18,000. I really thought it was a joke when I see it on the TikTok. I thought it was a fucking joke. There's so many people on there that I know that is on that list, bro. On that fucking list. Meanwhile, I just had a baby. Bro. Like, and as for that person that sent me a text talking about that's your ass, bitch, I know who the fuck that was. Devontae Smith. That's your ass. How about that? And scene. Can I get that napkin, please? Go ahead and fix this hair a little bit, baby. Nah, but I'm alright, though. I'm just chilling on TikTok and I'm looking at these PPP loans, baby. I ain't do none of that. Well, I hope y'all have a nice night, though. Good night.
Okay, see, she was smart. She was smart. She didn't do no PPP loan. I didn't do no PPP loan. I hope y'all didn't do no PPP loan. I remember they were asking me, though, when I went to the banks, right? I had Comerica Bank. I don't rock with them. They stole money from me. But, yeah, I remember the lady asking, did you do a PPP loan? I looked at her like, lady, if I did, why would I tell you? 2, I don't have to do no PPP loan. I get $20,000 per credit card application, my baby. So that's nothing. I have hundreds of thousands in credit. What are you talking about? Are you going to try to stereotype me? No, I was smarter than that. I already knew you're going to jail if you do that PPP loan. And I could get $1,000 legally for my business, but I wasn't even going to put myself in the situation to look like I was doing something fraudulent. You feel me? I'm good. I'm not going to make myself look like I'm getting a fraudulent PPP loan like everybody else. I don't even want my name on that list.
Oh, my God. If you took out PPP loan during COVID, stop and watch this video. You are in big trouble. I just went to the quietest location of Chase that I normally go to check on my investments. I was checking on my stocks, seeing how my money is doing, because, you know, you got to take care of your money, honey. You got to nurture it. And I was talking to my financial advisor, and there was just so much commotion in there. I mean, it was like insane. I was like, what's going on? This is like the quietest Chase ever. No, like no one comes here. That's why I come here, because you guys know I hate people when people give me anxiety. And he told me the feds are here. I was like, huh? Like, it's like, yeah, those people that you're looking at, they're all feds. SBA? I was like, why? He's like, oh, they just subpoenaed us. Subpoenaed you for what? He's like, they subpoenaed us for people who took up PPP loan and deposit it into their Chase account. We have to turn over their license, their account, and also like footages of when they deposited that money into their account. I was like, why now? Why are they coming for everybody now who took a PPP loan? He's like, because the economy is so bad, and the only way to turn an American economy around is free labor. And the only way free labor works is we send people to prison so they can work for free in federal prison. And so half of America is going to go to prison in the next 4 or 5 years, and they're going to be serving at least 10, 15 years in prison. Let me tell you guys, I keep telling you, do not commit fraud. Financial literacy allows you to bend the law. It allows you to twist it. It allows you to yank it around, but you never commit fraud. My dad growing up used to say to us, whenever the federal government or the government in general offers you free money, never take it. Because there's always stipulations and there's always a reason why they're offering that money. Never take it. Never take food stamps. Never take help from the government. Don't take handouts from the government ever. It's never free. Never. So I ask, like, what can people do to beat the charges? Like, what are they going to do is, like, you need to call your accountant if you took a PPP loan and get that money, figure out a way to get that money, whatever money you took out, hand it to your accountant. Have that accountant contact a lawyer on your behalf and start negotiating with the feds immediately on how you can pay it back. You have to pay that money back, period. They're going to find out regardless if you had employees, if you used it to buy a car, if you used it to pay off debt especially, because they will find that easily. They're going to find out whatever you use that money for. And if it's not for your employees, because that's what it was for, you will be facing federal charges, period. For them to subpoena JP Morgan, and come in there physically to collect evidence.
As soon as you didn't use it for payroll, you violated the terms. You going to jail now. You broke the law, basically, right? That's what you were signing for. That's the reason you were getting the money, for payroll. You know, businesses were losing money due to Bowflex 19. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And this was a program that was designed to benefit those people, right? You can still pay your employees. It's a payroll payment. People were spending it on luxury cars, vacations, whatever. Are you crazy? You think you're going to fraud the government? The people that gave you the money, you think they're not going to know what you did with the money? They were tracking that money. On top of, most of these people didn't even have a business legitimately. On top of, if you had, let's say, 10 employees, where are the tax returns from these employees? But yeah, these people got to pay back 1.5 times the money or go to jail. Most people don't got the money, so they going to jail. You're going to be in that cell.
I can't go to jail, Mom.
I understand. So you have to go. I don't know what's going on, but you can't fight it. Yeah,
On September 13th, 2024, a woman named Destiny Harris gets a knock on her door from police with a warrant for her arrest for unemployment fraud that she allegedly committed 4 years ago. But let's take it back to 2020. In the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak, numerous Americans lost their jobs, resulting in a significant rise in unemployment applications. This also led to some people attempting to exploit the system for benefits they were not eligible for. A financial investigator with the Department of Economic Opportunity informs a detective in the city of Delray Beach that 4 people had reported they received unemployment claims by employees who were still currently employed. An investigation was then initiated. 3 months later, after all the information was collected on the claimants, their phone providers were issued subpoenas. Detectives find one of the claimants was victim of identity theft while the other 3 had filed for benefits themselves. Each employee was paid the minimum $275 a week and did not have hours reduced. Therefore, they were not eligible to file with DEO. Fast forward to December 2022, the detectives speak to each claimant over the phone and meet for an in-person interview. 2 of them all filed unemployment claims for themselves when they should not have been entitled to the benefits, but there was insufficient evidence to support a criminal charge for filing a fraudulent unemployment claim, as they believed they were filing based on the work status of a secondary employment. As for Destiny Harris, she allegedly told the detectives that she did not file as she was working full-time, but after police accessed her bank records, it was found that she had received $19,975. Harris scheduled to meet with the detective on January 2023 but failed to show. She was contacted several times after and the phone would go straight to voicemail. A letter was then sent to her listed address, however the letter was returned as undeliverable. But Destiny failed to realize that due to this her case remained active and eventually police would come knocking.
There. Looks like, sitting at the table and sitting at
Is that her?
I think so.
See if I'm gonna work. Howard, can you see him? The guy looks like he just ran over and grabbed a dog. The dog was.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Destiny?
What's going on?
Are you Destiny?
We have a couple people here.
Okay.
That's the inquiry. I'm not the residential owner. Is something going on?
Are you Destiny?
No, ma'am.
Okay, can I speak with Destiny, please?
May I ask what this Casper, quiet. May I ask what it's regarding, please?
Are you Destiny?
Can I inquire what it's for, and then I can make a consensus, if you don't mind?
So you tell me if she deserved 5 years or more than 5 years. So, Paradise Williams, 29, Seattle, Washington. She did 125 applications from June of 2020 to February of 2022 for the U.S. Department of Treasury Emergency Rental Assistance Program funds administered by Kings County. And here's the thing about that. She wasn't even renting places for long term. She was renting luxury apartments. And then she was getting evicted in December. So, yeah, she ain't make good use of that money. I would have, I ain't gonna say what I would have did. So, she also did the PPP loan, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the EIDL program, Coronavirus Aid and Relief, the Economic Security Act, Unemployment Benefits, the CARES Act. So, she had 50 associates and 5 co-defendants to obtain, they obtained more than $3.3 million. They posed as fake tenants and landlords and small business owners in need of assistance. They falsified bank statements, tenant lenders, and pretended to be landlords while submitting fake applications. So she spent the money on cash withdrawals, wire transfers, expensive luxury purchases. She also received more than $1.2 million in kickback payments from her associates for facilitating the fraudulent submissions. And we still working on those co-defendants, okay? So she had a Range Rover here and a Lexus that she brought with the money, and they seized it from her to, recoup some of the money. Here's some of the luxury trips she went to Dubai.
Where's that?
I retexted him. Girl was making sure she got everything with this money. I believe they said cosmetic surgery as well. Yeah, the girls were spending that money. And again, I'll post part 2 with the co-defendants. I found 2 of them. I gotta find the last 3.
Sad part is nobody kept the money within the community. And y'all know what I'm talking about. They went and spent that money with people that don't even like them. In fact, those designers hate them. They don't want us wearing their clothing. And we wouldn't have supported them, made them richer. Y'all going to jail. Y'all threw y'all life away for some designer clothing and a couple trips, huh? It's sad, man. This is sad. The ignorance of the people. Like I said, y'all could have just used credit. Juice your credit up. If your credit was bad, you could have repaired it. If you had no credit, you could have juiced it up through some trade lines on there, let it season, get you a couple primary cards. Hey, it's a little waiting game, but it's a long-term game. And you could have got more than $20,000. And you wouldn't be going to jail for it. In worst case scenario, say you didn't pay it back, your credit would just be messed up and you could repair your credit again. The average millionaire goes broke 3.5 times just from making investments and failing. So, I mean, you kind of could have put yourself on versus throwing your life away. And you can travel off of travel points and get free designer off of points. This is what I was doing around this same time. So I was living the same lifestyle, except mine didn't incriminate me. And this ain't the brag. I'm just putting y'all up on game. Like, we got to be smarter.
Directory of the people who took out their loans, y'all going to jail. I do not play with the IRS. My mama used to work for the IRS. I'm not playing with the government. Y'all are going to jail. For $792.6 billion have been taken out. Oh, y'all going to jail. My cousin gonna tell him he got a Chick-fil-A now. He don't have a chick or nowhere to lay. He's going to jail. Oh, it's too brave for me. Oh, no, honey. Look at all these names. I don't want to put your business out. Y'all going to jail. Oh, my goodness. Let me double check. I know I ain't on here. Make sure nobody ain't use my information. Y'all going to jail.
Y'all, that PPP shit is real. I don't know what I was thinking back then when I decided I was gonna get that loan, man. And I got served, man. And it's not worth it for everybody out there who getting it. It's not worth it because now I gotta deal with the aftermath of it. And I got 4 daughters. It's just a lot to deal with. It's not worth it, man. Don't put yourself in that situation. And I know y'all been like, damn, he been down the past few days. He ain't really been responding. They got me, man. Guess I'll keep y'all updated on everything. Update on the PPP warrant. So I didn't think that it was real at first because it's been about 3 years since I did mine. And man, I'm gonna take my lick because at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing when I did it. I knew that it was a possibility that, you know, everything could go sideways. I see a lot of comments, people got negative shit to say. They want to say, oh, you committed fraud, you knew what you was doing whenever you did it. And I get that, I get it, it's all good. But at the end of the day, man, you know, every time somebody going through a negative situation in their life, y'all want to add negativity to the negative situation as if it's not already negative enough. Most people don't understand, you know, when we was doing our thing, man, shit, it's hard out here. A lot of people don't understand, man. You know, I'm already a convicted felon. You know, I did damn near 8 years, 7 years and 9 months to be exact. And shit hard. And so I'm going to just take my lick on the chin, man.
That's why reading is fundamental. On top of, y'all do know about the statute of limitations, right? 3 years. They got like 6 years to come get you, right? 6, 7 years. They might have extended it. I think they did. Just for y'all. Y'all talking about, oh, it's been 3 years. Other people, it's been 2, 3, 4 years. They didn't get nobody. I should have did one. Yeah, and if you did do it, you'll be getting got at the same time as them. Just because they didn't come don't mean they're not coming. He know he's done too. Oh yeah, they got me. Yeah, he know.
The Cincinnati man is now in federal custody after being indicted for submitting a fake PPP loan application. Police say 32-year-old Kelton McLaren applied for COVID relief, this loan, in May of 2021. He claimed that his business, which was named after him, was established in 2019 and had a gross income of $100,000 a year for that year. Police say McLaren was claiming that he was running the business during the same time frame. He was either behind bars or living at a halfway house. Now, we're told he received almost $21,000 from the Paycheck Protection Program and used that money for things like DoorDash, Facebook purchases, even hotels. Then last April, McLaren applied for loan forgiveness so he didn't have to pay back the PPP loan, claiming that he had 20 employees and spent the money on payroll. McLaren is charged with wire.
Let me tell you what I think is going on here. So it looks like he's facing 30 years, which he might not actually get the 30 years. He might take a plea bargain for something less. But say even if he takes 5 years, I mean, for $21,000, even 5 years is too much. I mean, it's crazy. They're really going after people.
Now think about how much you're going to lose in those 5 years. So that 21 wasn't worth it because you're about to lose way more. You're not going to make nothing. You're not going to be making nothing for 5 years, except maybe 20 cents a day, whatever they pay you in jail. They don't pay you much. And then you got to pay out to make phone calls if you want to do that. By commissary, you got to have an income. I know you don't got none of that 21,000 left. Spent it. They all did, right? It's just not worth it. You balling temporarily, or what you consider balling temporarily, just to have to go sit down.
Girl, heifer, you went and said there's levels to being a boss, and you call yourself a boss.
why in the fuck do you need not just one PPP loan, but 2, and allegedly 3? If you're just doing so well when it comes to your income, inquiring minds want to know. And then 2, why not get those PPP loans under your married name? But you're such a boss though, right? A boss wouldn't have to go and get PPP loans, baby.
If you did the PPP loan like me, you're probably cooked. Everyone keeps asking me where they can find the warrant list. It's not necessarily a warrant list. It's just a list online that shows if you did it or not. And it talks about like a 10-year stigma or something like that. So they're going to be looking for us for like the next 10 years. And the closer it gets to 10 years, the harder they're going. So it's already been 4 years, and that's why it's starting to crack down already. But if you want the link to that site, you can hit my DM and stuff like that. I'm currently $37,000 in debt. They sent letters to my house and information about how I need to pay it back or something like that. But that money's well gone. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just contacted my lawyer not too long ago. But I don't think it's probably not smart for me to even be talking about it on TikTok. But yeah, I'm on that list. I'm probably cooked. There's no such thing as free money, guys. So if you want that site, DM me.
Yo, it never said it was free. Y'all didn't read. It never said nothing about free. Now, it could be forgiven, but it never said free. 37 bands, my boy. Cooked. He cooked.
A lot of y'all did them PPP loans and y'all got caught, or y'all have to pay a fine, or y'all had to do time. And somebody turned y'all in that was close to y'all. Let's talk about it. A lot of y'all probably don't know this, but it's a website. Y'all can look up people's names, y'all can look up their business, and y'all can see how much money they got from the PPP loan. If y'all know it wasn't legit, a lot of those people was turning them folks in. And if those folks came after them and prosecuted them, those people that was close to them that turned them in got a reward. But a lot of y'all got caught because y'all ran y'all mouth too much. Y'all can't hold a secret. It's okay to hold some secrets. You don't got to tell your spouse everything. You don't got to tell your family everything, your mom and daddy, your best friend. Sometimes it's good to be secretive. When y'all be looking at them crime shows, who normally done did it? Yes, the person that was closest to them. Someone they knew. Y'all have horror stories of family and friends saying how people in the back who wasn't normally from. It wasn't an enemy that they already knew. It was somebody that was close to them. They didn't even see it coming. It was somebody right up under their nose. Stop running your mouth so much, because you never know who's listening. That's why people be knowing too much about you.
So in 2020, everybody was doing the PPP. My cousin did it. My brother did it. Then my best friend did it. I said, shit, sign me up. Now, I wish I never fucking did the shit. So, bro, 4 years after the money already spent, I get a knock at the door the other day. Boom, 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 boom. Dallas Police Department, open the door. We know you're inside. Shit, I opened the door because I ain't do shit. What the hell y'all banging on my door like that for? Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. I'm like, damn, what the hell I do? Can I put my dog up? They're not giving me no information, not letting me put my dog up. Get to the van, take me downtown. I'm in booking, asking, what am I being arrested for? They're not giving me no information. I find out when I get in front of the judge, I got 4 charges. Bank fraud, wire fraud, making false statements, and tax evasion. So the judge never mentioned PPP. So it's not registering to me what am I actually here for. So he set my bond at $20,000. I go back to my cell. I'm talking to my cellmate and I tell him about the charges. He like, bro, that's for PPP. I'm like, how you know? Tell me why this man tell me that it's been at least 50 people that came through within the last week with the same charges. So the jail is overpopulated. The court's backed up for months. My next court date isn't until July. After I make bail, they tell me I gotta go on an ankle monitoring bracelet. And this bitch hurt. bro, I can't leave the house, I can't smoke, I can't drink, I can't do shit. And mind y'all, they can listen to anything I'm doing at any given time and freaking talk to me through this bitch like it's a walkie-talkie. Bro, I talked to my public defender earlier, and this man tell me I'm facing 22 years in prison, but if I find a way to get them the $22,000 back, then he can give me less than 10 years. I don't even have money for a paid lawyer. So, yeah, I got a $10,000 watch for sale if anybody want to buy it.
Rule number 1, if you in the streets, keep your heat and keep your lawyer paid up. You basically jumped in the streets when you committed fraud. You got to go with the rules. Nobody taught you all the rules? Man, what? And a lot of them didn't even get the whole, a lot of them didn't even get the whole 20,000. They had somebody that did it for them. They had the answers. They had the sauce. They had the game. And they had to split it. I get 10,000, you get 10,000. Except it's in your name, so you know the guy who got the other 10, there's no connection to him. But you going down. It's in your name. You think you gonna get away with that? Come on.
So when it comes to these PPP loan arrests, I'm going to be the one to say the quiet part out loud. A lot of y'all don't care about the fact that fraud was committed, and you're not such a person of moral high ground or high integrity that you feel like, yes, justice is finally being served for those that committed scams 4 years ago. No, what it really is, the elephant in the room is, a lot of y'all believe that people that have always done worse than you should never be on the same playing field as you or doing better in life than you are. It was the same thing when people were getting those unemployment checks and they were getting somewhere around $3,000 a month, and people who were still going to work not making the same thing, they were upset at the people who were collecting unemployment because they felt as though, why is this person making all this money and I don't even make this money and I'm the one that has to go into work? And don't try to jump me, because I know y'all like to tussle, but I box. But a lot of y'all that are out here celebrating and rooting and cheering for the fact that people are now getting arrested for something that happened 4 years ago, it's giving weird. It's giving hater. It's giving, why couldn't that be me? Because truthfully, if you didn't get caught, if you wouldn't have gotten caught, you probably would have done it yourself. Or if you're not of that sentiment, it may be the fact that you're one of those people who, I always play by the rules. I always do the right thing, and I never get rewarded. And it's people that they did wrong and they got all this money and blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing that happened with the Chase glitch. When everything was coming down the pipeline and people were saying, oh, it's these names and people's accounts are getting shut down and people are getting their arrests and people have warrants out for them, the amount of cheering, I think that's the part that gets me. It's the amount of cheering and the celebration that comes with the fact, like, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. That's very weird to me. Like, you can be gang. You can be gang. Now, personally, I would never participate in these activities because, one, I know better, and two, I work for a bank, so it's not in my best interest for me to ever do that. But I think it's very telling, and it has a lot to do with classism, that a lot of y'all do not want people that you believe should be in certain classes. You don't want them to be on the same playing field as you. You don't want them to be on the same playing field as you, and you definitely don't want them to be in a better off financial position than you are. And I don't know, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I just find it very weird. Because if I were to hear that somebody, people committed fraud, when the PPP loan thing happened, when the Chase glitch happened, it was no skin off my nose. I don't care. It didn't hit my account. It didn't hit, those are people messing with their own accounts or people messing with the government's money. I don't care. But when I heard about people getting arrested, I didn't celebrate and cheer. That's the disconnect for me. That's the weird part.
Now, we don't celebrate in the downfall of nobody. You reap what you sow. These people are getting what they asked for. I mean, it's just, you did fraud. You going to jail. You thought you could fraud the government. That's not going to happen. Not with no PPP loan. You did it directly through them. They gave you the money into your bank account. You didn't spend it the correct way. Fraud. That's very easy to detect. That's super easy to detect. You got the money in your bank account. We paid it to you. When you filed, you had to put the application in. It was people mad about the PUA, the $3,000 a month or whatever. Oh, I don't even get that and I work a job. Jealousy is real, but now look. It was even people mad about the PPPs, but now look. You ain't miss out on nothing. You ain't miss out on nothing. Except a charge, a jail sentence. Listen, man, I don't even want y'all to drop it in the comments if y'all did it. Don't incriminate yourself, man. Just know, lay low. I don't know, man. They coming for you. Listen, man, I hope none of my family members did that. There's better ways out here to get it. Slow money better than no money. I love y'all, man. It's YT. Peace. Hope this was entertaining. Shalom.